Seemed appropriate to me to take a new direction with this year's opening academic ceremony. Let's do something different, and let's have some people, voices of students, faculty, and staff, come up and talk to us today. Please share the most positive thing about your experience at TCU thus far.
I think it's the teacher-scholar model. A lot of institutions pay verbiage to that, but I think very few probably walk the walk as well as TCU does, recognizing that those are complementary and not competing activities.
I thought it was amazing to go to London as a freshman, not even setting foot on TCU's campus before, meeting other students, meeting faculty, staff partners, and also exploring the history and culture of another country. And this past summer, I was blessed enough to be able to direct the Frog Camp in Spain. And I spent a week with you and other staff members, and that was an amazing experience, and I was able to study abroad when I hadn't been able to up until this point. So a combination of those things have made TCU an amazing experience for me, and I've grown so much from both of those things.
TCU has stated its desire to balance academics, student life, and athletics. Are we getting that balance correct? And if not, what adjustments need to be made in your opinion?
I told the Chancellor some time ago that it was very difficult for me to admit when I was not only wrong, but dramatically and drastically wrong. And the decision to invest in football, I have actually stood in most of my classes over the years, every possible public and private opportunity to say, this is the most foolish thing in the world. It won't help admissions, it won't help anything. I had grown up in the shadow of Razorback Stadium, and I thought, what are the Horned Frogs ever going to do? And I have learned so much. So without going any further, I'll say I think we've done well with football. I think it has not been a mistake. I think it has. I am amazed at the number of nursing students who tell me that they came here so that they could go to football games. I still don't quite get that, but they mean it. You know, and there's a lot of them we don't get, so that's okay. But what I would like for us to be able to do with that is think about the next things that we want to do, to decide on it with the same clarity and commitment that we did for football, and go after that. And I don't know what that is, but I have a lot of concern that the world is changing so quickly. I was struck by a comment that Noel made about the new commons, the need for relevance. And I think that's one of the things that we can pursue with the same enthusiasm and the same success that we pursued football.
As we contemplate an exciting future for the university, but also realize we live in uncertain times, and I think you were kind of hinting at that earlier, what do you see as some of the greatest threats to us as we move forward?
You know, when I walk around campus on a very small scale, but still important, I think, when I walk around campus, I look around me, and there isn't the human contact that there used to be. I see people that are on their phones, or earbuds in their ears, or involved in things that separate us rather than unite us. And it's not that those things are bad, it's simply that they are a manifestation of literally hundreds of things that are taking us away from thought and care for the more important things of life. And the danger of that is that we leave the university, or those of us who are staying, we stay in the university, but we find ourselves moving into a future without having built the kinds of relationships that will drive change in the world, and without some unique capability to do that is part of the intention, I think, of university life. And so then we go out into the world, and because it's uncomfortable to do those things, we fall back on what is comfortable. We continue to involve ourselves in things that separate us rather than unite us, that take us away from careful consideration of the problems of the world around us, that demand our attention and our problem-solving capability, but that are so difficult to contemplate. I think the biggest threat is, it's so some of you are old enough to remember, like I do, Pogo. The biggest threat is what Pogo said. We have met the enemy, and he is us. We need to get beyond ourselves and figure out how to take this great gift that we have for a few years here at the university and turn it into something tremendous for the world around us.
Our country is facing times unlike any time in the history. So our students come with those same stresses that they've come with their families. And just because they change addresses does not mean that they leave those problems at home. They come. And it takes all of us to recognize what it is they're facing, whether it be a housekeeper that recognizes that a student's behavior has changed, and so she tells the hall director, who tells Campus Life, who contacts the student, or a faculty member who recognizes a student's not attending classes any longer, and they follow up. Or from one office all the way up to the chancellor's office. We're all a part of this big picture that makes TCU who it is. And I think that part of our threat is in dealing with the world that we live in. Part of our strength is doing what we believe in, and that is to keep TCU tradition and caring about each other.
I think we need to have these discussions. I think they're important for us. This is invigorating. And I really, truly believe as long as we discuss all of our problems, none of them will ever overtake us. Because look at this. We have enough people just in this row, not counting me, that could solve these problems, let alone all the people out there and the people on campus. So I want to thank all of you. I want to say that, you know, like Linda was saying, like, do you think we can make sure that such and such happens? Absolutely, I'm sure we can make it, because we're going to talk about it and we're going to solve the problem. We have enough people here that can do that. So I want to thank all the people on the panel for committing to do their part in making TCU excellent. And I want to thank you all for the time you spent today. Thank you.